These three contestants are about to play the most exciting game of their lives. Larry Davis won $10,179 in our last game and is today's returning champion. But Tom Bruner plans to replace Larry and win today. And Jill Allen has her own goal, and that's ending up as the new champ. From Television City in Hollywood, it's time to press your luck. And now, here's your host, the star of Press Your Luck, Peter Tamarkin.
Thank you. Thank you once again, Ron Roddy, and welcome to Press Your Luck, the most competitive game in television, where, as you know, you can win a bundle and you can also lose your shirt. And now, let's meet the three players who are going to be pressing their luck today, starting with our first player, Tom. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing great, Peter.
Tom, you have an unusual story to tell us with respect to you were stranded somewhere?
I was sailing between the Channel Islands and the mainland, and my 21-foot day sailor lost its rudder.
Makes it a little difficult to steer, huh, Tom?
It was tough.
Yeah. What you got here?
That's what counts.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right. And let's go over and talk to our champ, Larry. You got a lot of money, Larry.
I know, I'm doing all right.
You sure are. A little bit of a daze, but you'll come out of it. Now,
Yeah.
are you actually, you're going to propose? You're going to...
You keep on rubbing this in. I don't know. After the comment to Oklahoma, I think they're all going to renege it right there.
No, I think you're going to do just fine. Did okay yesterday. You'll do well today.
Giving it my best.
All right, good enough, Larry. And let's talk to our third player, Jill. Jill, you took a vacation to an unusual place?
Well, actually, it was my honeymoon. Just before we got married, we came into a good amount of money, and I asked my husband, where in the world do you want to go? And he said, I want to go to the most beautiful place in the world, and that was Bora Bora. So we went to Bora Bora, and I hope I win a trip back there.
You'd like to go. You were not bored in Bora Bora, evidently.
Hardly.
Hardly at
It
all.
was
Okay,
great.
well, you may come into some more money today. We'll
Let's
see.
hope so.
All right. Players, I'm going to ask you 4 questions, and your correct answers will earn you spins at the big Press Your Luck game board. The more spins you have, the more money you can win, because our board is loaded with thousands of dollars in cash and fabulous prizes, and every time you stop the board like this, stop! You'll make money, like I did, $1,500. However, there is an alternative that you want to stay away from, and that's the whammy, because if you hit him, he reduces your total to 0, so you want to be very careful. With that in mind, are you all ready to press your luck?
All right.
All right. Larry gives me the high sign. Here's the first question. Alfonso, Sicilian, Royal, and Kalamata, and Greek are varieties of a certain kind of fruit you're liable to find languishing in the bottom of your cocktail. What are they? Jill.
Olives.
All right. Jill says olives. If she's right, she picks up 3 spins. I'll give Jill's answer, and 2 others to Tom and Larry. If they're right, pick up a spin apiece. Is the correct answer olives, cherries, or onions? Tom?
Onions.
Onion, says Tom. Let's find out what Larry has to say.
I never drink, so I'll take a guess. Olives.
Olive, says Larry. Well, and Alfonso is an olive. For a man that doesn't drink, you did real well, Larry. Tom stays with nothing. Larry picks up a spin, and Jill picks up 3 big ones. Here's our second question. Which entree is Weight Watchers' biggest selling frozen dinner? Larry.
Lasagna.
All right, with a vengeance, Larry says it. All right. Is the correct answer lasagna, pizza, or fried chicken? Tom?
Lasagna.
Lasagna, says Tom, and let's see what Jill knows about
Being
it.
from an old Weight Watcher background, I'd have to say pizza.
You'd say pizza? Well, the Weight Watchers' biggest selling frozen dinner is lasagna. Yeah. Larry got it, and so did Tom. All right, Tom jumps into the column with 1. Larry picks up 3. He's got 4. Jill stays at 3. Here's our third question. Of the 6 men who have been married to Liz Taylor, how many are still among the living? Tom?
4.
Tom says 4. All right, is the correct answer 2, 3, or 4? Larry?
I know I'm not one of them. I'm going to go with 3.
You're going to go with 3. And what are you going to go with, Jill?
I'll say 4.
You'll say 4. Well, the number among the living is 3. Hey, well done. Richard Burton, John Warner, and Eddie Fisher are the 3. Tom stays at 1. Larry moves up, goes to big 5. And Jill stays at 3. Almost lost me. All right. Here we go to our 4th and final question. Including all forms of recreational activity, in which one do more people suffer injuries? Tom.
Skiing.
Skiing, says Tom. All right, is the correct answer skiing, bicycling, or tennis? Larry?
Bicycling.
There he says bicycling. We'll go over to Jill and see what she says.
I'll say bicycling
You'll
as well.
say bicycling. Well, people suffer the most injuries in bicycling. That's correct. Larry and Jill. All right, that was our final question. Tom has 1 spin. Larry goes to 6, and Jill goes to 4. All right, just a moment, players. You'll have a chance to convert your spins into dollars at the exciting Press Your Luck game board right after this message.
Some answers are good.
Tooth fairy.
And some answers are...
Talk to an ugly woman.
What the Feud?
Viagra. Damage their car.
Got fat.
Well, Family Feud, tonight starting at 6, 5 Central.
Let's play Who's New in the Fridge? Our mystery guest, Ensure Complete.
Do you support bones?
I've got calcium and vitamin D.
Oh, immune system.
One word, antioxidants.
Heart health?
My omega-3s never skip a beat.
How about muscles?
I have protein and revigor to protect, preserve, and promote muscle health. That's a winner. Ensure Complete.
The 4-in-1 nutrition of Ensure Complete. A simple choice to help you eat right.
Ensure Complete. Nutrition in charge.
When you have a technology as innovative as Double Drive, you look for new ways to put it to work. Check out Cobalt's new Double Drive ratchet. Works like any standard ratchet until you twist the handle and engage the double drive. And as you twist it forward and backward, it drives continuously. And the Double Drive ratchet drives twice as fast as a standard ratchet. The Double Drive ratchet comes with Cobalt's unique power of 1 sockets. 1 socket fits both standard and metric sizes and works on traditional hex bolts, square, 8-point, 12-point, spline, and star bolts.
Cobalt just reinvented the ratchet with Double Drive. It works like any ratcheting driver until you twist the handle, and Double Drive doubles your speed. Double Drive fits any 3/8-inch sockets. It's great for working in tight places, and it's a great gift. Buy today and you'll get the Double Drive ratchet. 6 power of 1 sockets, driver adapter, and 12 driver bits. And when you buy online or by phone, you'll get 50 extra driver bits and this roll-up bag that stores your entire set exclusively at Lowe's.
We now offer your family phone service as low as $1.70 a month with Magic Jack Plus. As low as $19.95 a year. No computer needed. Keep your old phone number. That's right, keep your old phone number. Start saving today. Available at Walmart.
What makes being an Avon representative so rewarding? You're part of a family from day one, getting the support and inspiration you need to sell Avon and earn the extra money you want. Woman to woman, friend to friend. Because we know it's not just what you do that's important, but how much you love doing it. Go to sellavon.com or call 855-516-AVON to get started today.
Players, we're back, and as you can see, there are prizes and surprises and over $13,000 in cash and a few whammies up there on our game board. Each spin can bring you up to $1,250, and that's important because the player who ends this round on top plays last in the final round, and that's a big advantage. Remember, you can pass your remaining spins if you have a deathly fear of the whammy. Everything is at stake each time you spin, and 4 whammies put you out of the game. All right, the player with the fewest spins is the player who will go first, and that, of course, is Tom. Hiya, Tom. 1 spin, no dollars. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go for $12.50 here. Stop! Stop at dinnerware. Beats a whammy every time. Dinnerware valued at $500, Tom. Well done. We'll now go over to Jill with 4 spins, no dollars. Are you ready to press your luck, Jill?
I sure am.
All right, your maiden voyage.
Stop!
Stop at O.
Okay, get it over with.
Well... All right, Jill, you let him out of his cage, so no dollars, but you have 3 spins, a lot of spins.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it again. Not a whammy again, but let's make some money.
Stop!
Stop. Oh. I'm not going to say anything, Jill, although you have 2 spins. What do you want to do?
Play.
Play?
I'll play.
All right.
Stop!
$400. There you go.
Okay.
Right into second place, $400, 1 spin, 2 whammies. What are you going to do?
I'll play.
Play. 1 more spin. Here goes. Let's get some money. Stop. Oh. Oh. Enviable, non-enviable position. 3 whammies, no dollars, no more spins. But I must tell you, about 2 or 3 days ago, we had a girl in the same position who won the game. So don't give up. We'll now go over to Larry with $0 and 6 spins. Are you ready, Larry?
I'm ready.
With a big smile, here we go.
Stop!
Stop at $750.
Yeah.
Larry's in first place, 5 spins. Gonna go? Of course you are.
Stop!
$470, Larry. That's $12.20. What are you gonna do with 4 spins?
Go.
Go again.
Play, press my luck. Stop!
Stop at $550. That's $17.70. 3 spins left, Larry.
Go and
One
press
more.
my
Here we
luck.
go.
Stop!
Stop at Jog and Tramp. I don't know what that... Whatever it is, it's a $189, Larry. So that gives you $19.59. 2 spins, pressure luck or pass. Now I'm going to pass those spins. They go to Tom. Since he's the player,